This is the IL tutorial for Warship Gabrakan for Pinch Patch, Halo Infinite. Pretty similar to current patch, but there is a few minor differences, so I wanted to make a tutorial just so people know. And obviously this is the current route I came up with. Pretty much you're going to skip the first two cutscenes, first three cutscenes, sorry. And then you're going to have this unskippable cutscene, but with the new Infinite tool, you can force skip a cutscene. So I'm just going to force skip it and then skip the next two. Also a cool feature in the new Infinite tool is being able to refresh equipment. So as you can see, I don't have like all the equipment, the thruster or anything like that. If in the Infinite tool window, if you go to Tools, go to Refresh Equipment, and it will give you all that stuff you were missing. And I usually do this during the loading screen before the level loads in, and then it buffers it, so as soon as you load in, it will give you your equipment. Now for the actual mission. The start of the mission is very similar to just the normal route for Pinch Patch, except obviously you're going to have like some better weapons. So I'm going to just go through this part. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing really to talk about here. I am doing the optimal grapple path here, if anybody's wondering. Here's the first clip. You're going to hug the door. And after hugging the door, you're going to look right there into that corner while crouching and do a ground pound. And that'll clip you down into the floor here. Now that I'm here, I'm going to make a checkpoint just for the tutorial's sake. And what I'm going to do is you're going to grapple here. Sometimes you get stuck there. You want to go on that side of it. There's like a weird, there's weird geometry there that kind of prevents you. Just go around it and then land right here on this like bar thing. And then look up here, right where this like dark gray thing meets this lighter gray thing. Right at that corner, you're going to drop the coil and then you're going to move backwards. And the coil is going to land. Just push it up against the wall if you need to. I'm going to make another checkpoint for the tutorial's sake. Crouch, you need to pull out your tank gun for this coil launch. That was a really bad one. That was another bad one. It can be hit or miss. There. Usually if you go later it works. But optimally you bonk right there, and then you can just swing out behind this. Something about these grapples. You grapple up, and then move slightly backwards. Not too far backwards, but slightly backwards. Because if you stand up next to this, it's not going to let you grapple. If you grapple high enough, it's going to load in that geometry right there, and then you mantle this. And from here, it's pretty simple. There's just need to clip back in bounds. I like to slide there. When you're here, right, you're going to notice, like, on the other side of these, I don't know what you would call these, there's this like, rectangle thing with these walls you can like just like hit against. You're gonna stand on the left side of the wall and you're gonna grapple this corner, ground pound in, and that's the clip back in. From that point you could just walk forward and that loads the level in. And now this is just as if you were doing any other speed run. For those slides there, let go of crouch and then thruster. If you're thrusting while crouching, it's not going to work. Make sure you let go of crouch and then thruster, and then you can do that kind of cool chain thrusting thing. Just a quick note, because it can be really annoying if you don't know why the game's not letting you do it. That coil we placed earlier, grab it. Obviously, if you've ran Infinite before, you know a bunch of this, but if somebody's new, that coil we placed earlier did have a reason for being placed there. And then, finally, it's just the coil launch at the end, which again, you need tank gun out for. So make sure you're having tank gun out, and of course, the one time I bonk. Tank gun, launch, right? It's just the standard coil launch at the end of Bracken. And then from there, you're just finishing the mission. Use your thruster here if you need to. That's one of the amazing things about New Game Plus's thruster. That grapple was not optimal there, but you get the point. That is the mission right there. That's it. It might take some practice, especially for the coil launch up the elevator. But after you get that down, I think this is actually a pretty free IL, honestly. So that's it. That's the tutorial right there.
Now what? We can't go anywhere while that stasis beam is active.
Then we shut it down. Stasis beam, weapons, all of it.
How will you get back? That hologram. It's Atriox. He led the attack on the Infinity. He was looking for something. He killed everyone.
I know. We met.
Eliminate? Chief, whatever you're planning to do, do it fast. Dropships, an invasion force. How do we stand a chance against all this? The banished won already. We could be the only two humans left alive out here.
Then there's still hope.